Welcome back, and this is still the press on KAFTAN television, and we're reaching you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. Well, we've got into this segment where a guest joined me in the studio to discuss or analyze some of the headlines that made it to our national dailies. And with me in the studio this morning is Habib Gajo, who is a BBC expert and a public affairs analyst. You're highly welcome.
Thank you.
Good to have you join us this morning.
Mercy. Thanks for having me.
All right. Before we move on, this is a gentle reminder that our phone lines are now open for you to, of course, call in to give in your contribution or join the conversation. Let me start by saying, how is the situation of the country? How is the protest going? How is everything? Like, so far, in the last 24 hours and more, everywhere, the whole country has been upside down. What would you say in that regard?
Well, I will not subscribe to the country is upside down.
But it is.
It is not.
Okay.
It is not.
So how would you describe it in your own terms?
In a layman's term, you understand? You disagree with some government policies.
Okay.
And you give a government a chance for 1 year. And you notify government for more than 1 month that these your issues should be addressed. There is a bad governance, we all know that, and there is hardship, we all aware of that.
Yes.
And there is security challenges up till today. Nothing has been done. We are all aware of it. And inflation, food inflation is also going up to 40%, and the government is rolling out anti-government policies, and those policies are also somersaulting at the same time.
Yes.
And you expect the citizen to keep quiet or to look like what Fela called zombie. No, citizen can be zombie.
Okay, now talk to us about the objectivity. Would you say that the objectivity of yesterday's protest was achieved?
Yeah, in some it has is well accepted. You understand? And there is a progress made. Okay. And there is retrogression in some part of the country that hoodlums start vandalizing and stealing people's good. That is not the intention of the organizers of the protest. Okay. They keep calling it peaceful protest. And what they are doing, they started peacefully until when some actors came inside and destabilize everything.
All right, let me just take you. Let me just take you through.
Nigeria.
Yes, I know, but let me just take you through of what happened in Kano precisely. Let our MCR people play what happened in Kano. Let's just glance at that before we continue, because to me that's not what we call peaceful protest in Kano. But let's see that.
ina kalle sai sa nake sai sa na haka daga ka danna fin kuma la ilaha
Well, I had to play that video. I had to let you see that video because I had a reason while I asked if the yesterday's protest achieved its objectivity with what played out in Kano. Like, I am speaking for Kano precisely because I knew, in as much as there were still other places, other states where there were sort of violence, but that of Kano was on the high side. With what played out in Kano, I asked again, was the objectivity of this protest achieved yesterday?
You see, those who don't know what transpired in Kano will now look at it in another way. Okay,
is there a different thing that's transpired apart from the end bad governance protest?
Yes.
Okay, please talk us through that.
When they notify the government that they want to do protests, you understand? They have a ground to do their protests. They have race course, they have stadium, they have eat ground, and so on and so forth. You understand? The governor says he is going to be in his government house.
Okay.
If they protest, they should come to government house. He will address them.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
And he will accept his grievances to take it to the Mr. President.
Oh, okay.
And the nature of Kano, since this government came in, has changed. They have a political crisis between APC and ANPP.
And are you in a way referring to the emirship?
One. Secondly, there is a emirship tussle.
Okay.
We are all aware of it. And the governor made some demolition before the protest.
All right.
You understand? So all these grievances, and you call them to government house. You understand? You call them to come to the government house, you will address them.
I beg you to just give me 1 second. Let's quickly hear from this caller they've been calling. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Glad to have you join us. Your name and where you're calling us from, and please, you have just 60 seconds.
From Kano.
Abdullah Kano, you have 60 seconds. Please speak to us.
Please, first I want to comment on the video you just showed. That video is not of the current protest.
Oh, okay.
Because that video has been of the election protest. It's not the recent protest.
Oh.
So even though Kano, there is this episode of people stealing, and then there is a kind of arrest, but even the government has put in a curfew in place, so everything is calm now. We are even at home. So, but going by the protest, there was a peaceful protest in Kano yesterday, only that it has been hijacked by hoodlums, who their mission was just to steal, and then they have that mission even before the protest that they want to use that opportunity. They have shops they targeted, they have places they targeted that they will go and do that stealing.
All right.
So I feel that the Kano incident is just hijacked by hoodlums.
All right.
That's what I want to say. And then I just want to call your attention, and the video that you just showed is not of the recent happening.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, and have yourself a great day.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. You just said that, but that was the video circulating all over the social media yesterday.
Okay. You know, the video does not matter. You understand? It's not the issue of contention. The issue of contention is somebody somewhere
hijacked. You
call it a hijack?
Well, I was trying to find out what you were trying to say, but before I hear from you, let's quickly hear from this caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
Glad to have you join us on the press. Your name and where you're calling us from, and please, you have just 60 seconds.
Okay. My name is Fred. I'm calling from Akwa.
Fred from Akwa, please go ahead.
Yeah, the protest so far so good.
Okay.
It has achieved its aim because it can send a message down to the federal government, to the authority in the place of position. So going further, we also want them to bow to the yearnings of Nigeria because every citizen is feeling the bite of the economic situation in the country. So it's not the matter of protest is not the suicide or the end of everything. But at the end of the day, the government should give a listening ear to the people that voted them into authority, into those places they are holding.
All right.
They have to hear from them. So that's my take.
All right. Thank you for your contribution and have yourself a good day.
And you too. Thank you.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Glad to have you join us. Where are you calling us from? And please, you have just 60 seconds.
All right, my name is Ibrahim Pocha, calling from Kebbi State.
Ibrahim from Kebbi State, please go ahead.
Yeah, based on what has transpired on the issue of protesting for hunger issue, is quite unfortunate actually for the areas that have been, attacked unjustly. I was not expecting that reaction from the Nigerians. I was expecting majority. The fact that we are calling on the government to amend the wrongs, so we shouldn't have been, finding ourselves involved in making things worse for the nation again.
All right.
For those people that robbed people's shops and also vandalized government properties, they should have to know that for the government property, they are going to use the money that they're supposed to use to develop, to better their lives and replace the lost, already damaged items.
All right.
And for those that are breaking shops unjustly, it's not fair because a marketer is just selling innocently as you are. It's affected also.
Exactly.
He buys from an high cost and he sells from a high cost also. So there is no reason for them to go to the shops and break and then took away the material.
All right.
And that alone is going to show the light that the government has been right all this.
Oh, sorry. I was hoping to. You were saying something.
The successes of the protests, it has gone up to like 60 to 70%.
Okay.
Because when you have some issues like in Kano, Kaduna, and where again, I think there are 3 states that we have the Protestants have issues. You understand? Going back to Kano, like I said, they have political crisis, they have emir tussle-ship crisis, and there is demolition without compensation.
Okay.
People are angry. And when people are hungry, you understand, it's going to be very difficult for the security agencies
to curtail them.
You understand?
Exactly.
And despite the invitation of the governor, so the security agencies will, all what they will do is to manage them. You understand? Because they are marching to the government house. And most of the stores that they vandalize and the shops they have vandalized are the one close to the government house or in the government house areas. You understand? That's Nasarawa and other places from what I have seen.
Okay.
You understand? Now, Kano state government must take responsibility in paying damages to those private business owners.
Why do you say so?
Yes, because he invited them to government house. He should have taken them to somewhere. And at the end of the day, he has not even addressed them. He has not accepted their demand, you understand, to deliver to Mr. President. You understand?
But you said the government asked them to come to the government house.
That's what the governor. That's what the governor said.
Governor said. But did they go to the governor's lodge or government house in Kano?
Haven't you seen it? It's there. You understand? Things went wrong. You understand? And the governor declined to come out. You understand?
Okay.
So he called for it. So he should pay damages for those private owners. The stores that belong to the government, they have taken what belonged to them. You understand? That's what it means. And in Kaduna State, where they were marching to the government house, they were not. Government house was not part of the venue to air your grievances. According to the Kaduna State government, they have also places to go. But I'm not justifying that what happened. You understand? Like in Abuja here, there is a place you can go and protest. you can't take the street to protest.
Okay.
There is Unity Fountain, there is National Assembly Gate. You understand?
Eagle Square.
Eagle Square is not part of protest area. It's an event area, facility.
We heard the minister of FCT minister say that if the people we are going to use it, that he hasn't been notified, or they haven't sent him any information that the Eagle Square was going to be
even if they notified, there is a political parties who used to apply. You understand? But the government in power declined and gave them old parade ground, old stadium. We have seen that several times. You understand? Whether FCT minister said it or not, but Eagle Square is not a protest area or other things area. It's an event area.
I'll quickly come back to you, but before then, yeah, please go ahead.
Good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where you're calling us from?
This is Mike calling from Abuja.
Okay, Mike from Abuja. You have 60 seconds, please.
Okay, I want to quickly ask the guest in the studio who are those organizers? Because we keep hearing the organizers. This was not their plan of the organizers. And I want to also ask him, was it out yesterday for this protest? Because the people who come to TV and media houses say we're in support of this, we need to protest, government need to hear us and all of that. They will go back house and see, but the boys you see on the street, they are not well educated. They are not aware of the plan for this protest. Most of them are just out. Like yesterday I was watching on one TV station where they were interviewed, why are you here? Most of them have nothing to say about why they are out. They are just out because, yes, they say there's protest.
Okay.
They don't know the purpose why the Nigerians want to protest.
All right.
There are no people like him who will not come out for this protest. They will just see people on TV and say, yes, we're in support the organizers. Who are those organizers? Why are they protesting?
All right. Thank you for your contribution, and do have yourself a wonderful day ahead. I was going to ask even before the guest said who are the organizers, but let me quickly get through this caller before we continue.
Hello,
good morning. Glad to have you join us. Your name and where you're calling us from. You have just 60 seconds.
My name is Mohammed Suleiman from Bauchi, please.
Mohammed Suleiman from Bauchi. Glad to have you. Please go ahead.
Oh, well done. That thing that happened, I hope and pray that government will not feel high-headed. Going by that the government might assume that it has been done for the first day.
Okay.
And though it has commented a lot of issues, it has led to destruction of, except properties, even lives. I hope government will not feel that, yes, it will not succeed. Let them learn a lesson in that respect, because the moment the masses feel that government is feeling high-headed, we don't know what will happen in the next.
All right.
I'm just advising that let government listen to this, what happens, let them take action. Otherwise, we don't know what will happen next.
All right.
Because the case has been similar in that of Kenya.
All right.
When it happened initially, they were able to quell it. But when they discovered that many people have died, people decided to come out again in mass, much more than before.
All right.
And you know, every of us knows what happened actually.
All right. Thank you for your contribution, and have yourself a good day ahead.
Thank you so much.
I was going to ask, before the protest, some persons say that the protest was politically motivated, that some persons who are losers of election politically motivated this election. But a lot of Nigerians are saying we are moved by hunger. So what is your thought on that? Was this protest out of hunger, calling for end of bad governance, or was it politically motivated?
Whatever the government will say is politically motivated, but the reality on ground, people are hungry.
Okay.
People cannot afford their daily meals. They cannot afford anything. You understand? The person that called and said the organizers, we keep hearing organizers. If you don't know the organizers, or he is not following what is happening in Nigeria, these organizers wrote to the federal government, wrote to the Inspector General of Police, wrote to the security agencies, even went to court and court granted them an order.
Okay.
You understand? So, like what happened in Lagos, they went to Al Hausa Secretariat, where the governor office is. It's DPO. The divisional police officer came out and said, no, you can't protest here. You understand? You have a place to protest, Ganifa Yomi Park. Let us all move there.
Okay.
We have seen what happened in Edo State, where somebody addressed the crowd and the commissioner of police also addressed the crowd. And it went peacefully. You understand?
Yes.
If police want to manage, they will manage. But if politicians intervene, then definitely it will go the other way. Like I cited example in Kano and Kaduna State. You understand? They were thinking that they will achieve certain goals, but they don't know that they have carried blood in their hand.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
Today, Buhari left with a blood in his hand. I don't know whether his Buratai was a chief of army staff. There is a blood in his hand. Who ordered the killing of those people in Lekki Tollgate? They carry blood in their hand. Okay. You understand? Yeah. So when people said we will embark on peaceful protests to demand our right, you understand?
Yes.
And that right is being granted by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You understand? You have the right to protest. You have the right to demand for your own end. You understand?
All right.
But in a situation whereby was mismanaged, we are going nowhere. Like the man, the person that called from Bauchi. That's the truth. You understand?
Yes.
You can't kill Protestants and you think you have killed it. No, you have not killed it. The more you kill one, the more 10 comes out.
Exactly. But let's look at this headline. It says security agencies identified senator as sponsor of protest. This is coming from Wike alleged. So Wike is coming out now to say that there is a senator.
He is referring to
Senator Ereti?
Yes, now.
Okay, but then, you will tell me why you think he was referring to it. But before then, let's hear from this caller. A very good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where you're calling us from, please. You have 60 seconds.
My name is Israel from Kano State.
Israel from Kano State. Please go ahead.
Please, want to appeal to Mr. President to please address us what we hear from him.
All right.
Good. On this issue, because things are going wrong now, Father.
Exactly.
And so please, I want Mr. President to please adhere to us and listen to our cry, because things are not going the way we want it to go.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, and have yourself a wonderful day. Oh, good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Glad to have you join us. Your name and where you're calling us from, please. You have just 60 seconds.
Yeah, my name is Chris. I'm calling from. Yeah, no problem. My name is Chris. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Port Harcourt. You're calling from Port Harcourt. Please go ahead.
Do you know the reason why people from Southeast? Yeah, do you know the reason why people from Southeast refuse to join this protest?
No, I don't.
Because we have understand and understood how Nigerian government play their politics.
Okay.
You know what happened in NSAS? Who did they accuse that they are the mastermind and they say it's IPOP? So yesterday we called all our friends and well-wishers to stay indoors, not to come out. You notice that in Southeast, you recorded any killing? Had it been that the people from the Southeast come out from that protest, you will see security agents started killing them allegedly, and they will target on them.
All right.
So anything that you see that is going on, see, you don't ask Nigerian government, you don't expect Nigerian government to fold their arms, not to, they have their own groups. Most of them
that will be telling you not to happen this and that. You see that video and they will turn it blindly to tell you that it did not happen, it did not happen. So to me, we should be careful.
All right, thank you for your contribution.
How things are done.
All right.
They should remove the subsidy. If they remove that fuel price, that's the problem. See what I'm eating here now, less than the vegetable. No tomato. No tomato. Then Mr. President, we even FCT minister. He comes from my city here.
All right, thank you, but you have to go.
He was telling us about all these things. Then him tell Mr. President, no tomato in the market.
All right. Gladly do that. Do have yourself a wonderful day.
No problem.
You were saying something about the Wike's alleged of. So do you agree with that? Do you believe there is an atom of truth in that?
Yeah, Wike made a statement, and the senator of the representing FCT also came out and also issued her own statement.
Okay.
That FCT people have the right to protest.
Okay.
And I concur with her, because if you can sponsor anti-protest and you say pro-protest, will not do. You understand?
Okay.
And they were given access to so many places like Eagle Square, and some of them rally small. You understand?
Okay.
And you now said pro-Protestant have no right. You understand? And the senator challenged him, and that's what he's trying to say. But I don't think Wike is a man enough to challenge Hajia Iriti Kingibe.
Well, you don't think he's man enough to challenge?
Yes. Because by the time you join issue with a married woman, I don't think you are doing good. You understand? So he should be very careful, and he should know that Erite Kingibe is on ground, and she is a married woman, and also a mother, and also
a senator of the Federal Republic.
A senator of the Federal Republic. She was elected. Right. He was a glorified commissioner. Okay. Today, the president will fire him. Who will fire Erite Kingibe? All right. You understand?
Yeah, before we get to other discussions, let's quickly hear from this caller. Good morning. Can you hear me? Good morning. I'm very well, thank you. Your name and where you're calling us from, please. Can you turn down the volume of your television set so I can hear you? All right, please go ahead. I'm sorry, but you might have to call back because the volume of your television set is quite high. Good morning.
Good morning.
Your name and where you're calling us from?
Yeah, my name is Nuruddin Mohammed. I'm calling from
I can barely hear you.
From where?
Yeah, all I can say now is that has been happened. Okay. All that happened had already happened. And we all envisage that what had happened yesterday in Kano is a kind of security breach, and the security was not judging from what has been happening in Kano a long time ago. They should have arranged for this process. They wouldn't have allowed people to come to the state in the first place. Because we all know that we have the highest number of Almajiris in Kano. Okay. And at the same time, we have a lot of outsiders, people from Nigeria Republic, people from Chad, and they all mingle with us. A lot of atrocities are committed by them. And from other states, you see a lot of Almajiris, not the inhabitants of Kano. They are being brought to Kano inside trailer because they realize that in the North, Kano is the center of opportunities, just like Lagos.
All right.
And another thing is...
Please, you have to round up your thoughts.
Hello?
Please round up your thoughts. Kindly round up your thoughts.
Oh, okay. Another thing, the last thing I can say, another thing is just what the doctor is saying, I mean, the visitor has been saying the governor has already made a mistake of gathering. It means that a gathering like that cannot go unscathed.
right. Thank you, and have yourself a wonderful day. Yeah. Okay. I was going to, before we move to other headlines, do you think this protest will see the light of the day?
Yeah, it will see the light of the day.
So are you not concerned or worried that even after 24 hours, our president hasn't come out to address the youth, haven't come out to address these people protesting? With that, do you think there is a light at the end of the tunnel from this protest?
Issue, progress has been made. You understand? Progress has been made in this protest.
But when Mr. President, who is the #1 citizen of the country, hasn't addressed the issue,
you see, addressing the issue without a solution is counterproductive. Maybe he's looking for a solution before coming out to address Nigerians. You understand? Two critical components of those demands. One is return of the fuel subsidy, which does not benefit anybody in Nigeria, does not benefit the government, does not benefit the people, the citizens of Nigeria. The reason why I said it is has not benefited the government, because government has a large vehicles in their own operations.
Okay.
You understand? If you can put the number of vehicles from MDAs, you understand, to other security agencies, you may have almost 1 million cars.
Okay.
If you put their generators, you will have not less than 200 generators. And they must fuel them.
Oh, okay.
They must fuel them. Let's calculate 30 liter per week. If you calculate, you arrived at more than 1.8 trillion. So government is also suffering from that removal of the subsidy. The citizens are suffering from that removal of subsidy. One, they cannot afford. The transportation system is no longer there. The good and services, to transport goods and services has become a problem, and that is why the food inflation is going high. It's not that we don't have the food in Nigeria.
Okay.
If you go to market, you will see food, you will see everything. But can your pocket afford what you want to buy? That's where the question is. That is why people are saying, Nigerians are saying, return the subsidy back when you are ready. You understand? You can remove it. When you fix Kaduna, Port Harcourt, Warri, refineries and other modular refineries, you understand? Then you can remove the subsidy. NNPC should stop issuing certificates for importation of PMS. Let them fix their own refineries so that we will benefit from our oil and our refineries. You understand?
Okay.
And there are going to be a manpower. People will get employment and people will get job, and it will trickle down. You understand? But in a situation whereby the policy makers and the decision makers are not thinking toward that, because somebody said, I want to remove subsidy, and you remove subsidy and money is going down the drain. I heard somebody was saying governors are getting more allocation. They got their allocation is just like a loaf of bread, like a loaf of bread, in the sense that when you merge it, you find one small apple.
All right, that sounds very interesting. But apologies, I have to hold you there. Let's quickly hear from this caller. Good morning. If you can hear me, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you. Your name and where you're calling us from. And please, you have just 60 seconds.
Okay, I'm Christian calling from River State.
Christian from River State. Please go ahead.
Okay. Please, my question goes like this. Is democracy still the government of the people or government of the elect and appointee?
Okay.
This question is that we get to define democracy because we are confused. Recently, allegation was raised that a high-profile Nigeria has refinery in Malta. And we have
do you have facts to back that up with?
We have all agencies that are supposed to investigate this issue, this allegation, and nobody's saying anything about it. So my question is, we should try and redefine democracy because democracy is failing Nigeria.
All right.
With the way things are happening now, it's just like democracy are for countries that are sane, not countries that are insane. The way we are doing things is just like there's something wrong with us. Please, things have really gone wrong. We have to sit down on a round table and redefine democracy, whether if it is the kind of government or the kind of leadership Nigeria needs or not.
All right.
Because automatically it has been hijacked and it's no more acceptable.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, and have yourself a wonderful day. Habib Gajo, I was going to ask before the caller gets. You said it doesn't matter, the protest is making progress, and it doesn't matter if Mr. President has come out to address the masses or not. But are you not worried that this might escalate to more violence and vandalization of properties, hoodlums attacking the government properties and even private properties? Are you not worried about that?
Let me correct your question. That is making progress. I said it had made a progress for the first day it started.
Okay, it had made it progress. All right.
You understand?
Okay.
There is a progress and there is a hitches. You understand? There is a problem.
That's what I'm saying. And the problem is what I'm asking. Are you not concerned?
Those states that have violent or as they call it, hijacked, because those who are hijacking protests, they know themselves. They know where they are coming from. Most of them are political enemies or political, you understand. Secondly, the progress I have said it has made. In Plateau State, we have seen well-organized protests. In Edo State, we have seen well-organized protests. In Port Harcourt, we have seen well-organized protests. In Akwa Ibom, Cross River, we have seen organized protests. In, what do you call it? In Lagos, Oyo State, we have seen organized protests. In Osun State, we have seen organized protests. You understand? Okay. We have seen all these things. You understand? So progress has been made.
Okay.
And life has been lost in some part of the country. You understand? Life and property has been destroyed.
Yes.
Now it's left for the security agencies to investigate. They should set up a panel of inquiry to investigate how it happened and how it ended, and who are behind it. You understand? Because the protestants are protesting peacefully and with their genuine demand. You understand?
All right.
One is subsidy that is killing Nigeria. Two, insecurity that is killing Nigeria. Three, the destruction of our Naira.
Okay.
The devaluation of Naira, whether you call it floating or any other thing, but it's a destruction of Naira. You understand?
Yes.
That has to be restored. You understand?
Yes.
Fourthly, I think the fourth demand is to reform the judicial system and other department and agencies of government.
Yes.
You understand?
Sorry.
There are genuine demand. The government is aware of them, and it's something that there is some of the demand need short term, some need long term. Yes. You understand? The government has 3 years more. You understand? In 3 years, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu can do something and fix those issues so that Nigerians will go back to their normal life. Okay.
Now, you listed 4 demands that these Nigerians are agitating for: removal of the fuel subsidy, devaluation of naira, insecurity, and you mentioned the judiciary. But we know that the major cause, like even some of our callers have identified, is the removal of the fuel subsidy. Now, what do you think will happen if Mr. President comes out tomorrow to address and still insists that there won't be removal of fuel subsidy? What do you think will happen?
Well, he will give his own reasons. You understand? But palliative is no longer the reason he gave in the first instance.
But he said that Nigeria can't afford to keep paying debts all of a year of existence. That was why he removed this first subsidy.
But he is borrowing. His government is borrowing.
Yes,
now.
We know that he's borrowing. We'll come back to that, Habib Gajo, but let's quickly hear from this caller. Good morning.
You can't be borrowing at the same time you said it's no longer feasible or affordable.
Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Please turn down the volume of your television set so I can hear you properly. Your name and where you're calling us from, and you have just 60 seconds.
Okay, I'm Abdulaziz. I'm calling you from Bogo.
Bogo, Abdulaziz from Bogo. Please go ahead.
Bogo or Borno?
Where is that? Did you say Bogo or Boronu? I'm trying to get that.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, you might have to call back because the volume of your television set is quite high. Oh, that caller might have to call back because I can't get. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Your name and where you're calling us from?
I am calling from Kano State.
All right, please go ahead.
I want to first of all appreciate all the analysts there. You have hit the nail on the head. Okay. I'm also calling on the government to at least bring back this subsidy. Okay. These subsidies that have been removed, we don't know where it went to. The government is not enjoying it. The masses are not enjoying it. So they should bring it back. That is the cause of the major problem we're having.
All right.
And then secondly, I would like the government to do something about these farmers. Okay. The farmers that are being killed on regular basis, being kidnapped, is also causing issues. The scarcity of food and the rest. And the hijack of all those things. Then, thirdly, government should also look at the poor masses. They can get them. It's not even this palliative of a thing. They can go to the bank and know the banker will tell you those that are not doing well, those that their accounts are not up to the measure. You will know the poor people through the bankers, and you can also credit them. You alleviate the poverty through that. So that is my take.
All right, thank you, and have a great day. Yes. So I asked a question, Gajo. What do you think will happen if Mr. President insists on not removing the fuel subsidy? And now this is what Nigerians are beckoning on. They want the fuel subsidy to be restored back. And so, what happens, or what do you think will happen if Mr. President comes and say that he's insisting that the removal of the fuel subsidy stands?
He has different options. That cannot be his only ground. You understand?
Exactly.
He must have another alternative.
Okay.
for a short
If
time.
there was if there was an alternative, this is 1 year, past 1 year already in office. Why has it not been? Why haven't?
Because Nigerians did not understand the removal of subsidy from the beginning.
Okay.
You understand? Because all the campaign rhetorics from the old political parties will remove subsidy, will end subsidy, will do this subsidy, but they don't know the effect of the removing subsidy.
All right.
There is advanced countries in this world, like UK, like United States of America, like France, in Europe, in Asia. They put subsidy in everything. They put subsidy in education, subsidy in healthcare, pharmaceuticals, electricity, and so on and so forth.
All right.
You understand?
Yes.
But for Nigerian government to sit down or to tell Nigerians that we are not going back to that or we are not looking toward that, I think that is going to be the highest
of it, right? But then I was going to ask you this, but we're out of time. But just 60 seconds, analyze what you think, what you make out of this article condemns the genocide campaign for Lagos. Some persons are agitating that Igbos who are in Lagos, that are giving 1 month to exit Lagos State, go with their businesses and everything. What is your thought? Just in 1 minute, please. We're out of time.
You see, that's where the problem is.
I thought the new reverse national anthem said a brotherhood we stand. So why is there sort of division?
You see, during 2019 election, there is such a threat by one of the royal father in Lagos State against the Igbo people. Okay. You understand? I think in 2015 election too, in 2023 election, there is another threat, and now this is another threat. Thank God people are speaking out. You understand? You can't remove people, you can't pursue people, or you can't deport people in their own country. Okay. You understand? Exactly. It's illegal. Yes. So whoever issued that threat or statement, I think he should be arrested and prosecuted for instigating civil disturbance. All right. You understand? Yes. I think if you check the laws very well, maybe it's going to be a treason. Yes. You understand? You can't say ethnic people or ethnic nationalities should live where they were born, brought up, and live there and invest there and made the state governable by paying tax and other things. Lagos is the highest collector of debt of tax in Nigeria. All right. And all of the sudden you said, I don't like these people, they should go. Who give you that order? Is the constitution give you the right to do that? Exactly. No, we are Federal Republic of Nigeria. It's a federating unit. You understand? Yes. You can live anywhere, you can go anywhere, you can set up business anywhere in this country. You understand? Yes. If you like, you can move every day. Today you will be in Ibadan, tomorrow you will be in Abuja, next tomorrow you will be in Borno. All right, it's your own right to move. All right, thank you very much for that thoughtful advice of yours. And of course, to this point, this is where we draw the curtain for today's episode on the press. For apologies for those of you I wasn't able to pick your call. We hope that some other times you'll be lucky. And before we go, let's appeal to the federal government, Mr. President, precisely. This is not telling well on Nigerian as a country. The people are waiting to hear from you. The people voted you in. Of course, this is a democratic government. You should at least, the people are appealing to Mr. President to at least speak to the people, calm their grievances so this doesn't escalate. And until I come your way some other time, keep watching KAFTAN television. I am Messi Emelite. Do have yourself a lovely weekend and please do stay safe. Bye for now.